Hi there. We're continuing our journey through the Psalms, the Tehillim in Hebrew, the praises, and we're starting today the fourth book of the Psalms. The Psalms are divided into 5 books, and we're starting today the Psalms in the section Psalm 90 to 106. That's the book 4 of the Psalms. And we're in, as I say, we're in Psalm 90 today, which in Hebrew lettering numeral system is the letter Tzadeh. Tzadeh stands for 90. And the superscription of this is a prayer of Moses, the man of God. So the setting of this psalm, the age of this psalm, is very old indeed, going back to the beginning of Israel's story. But it's a psalm that's really about the nature of God compared to the nature of man. It's looking at the eternity, how God goes from everlasting to everlasting, while we are short in our lifespan, 70 or 80 years at best. And so it begins by saying, Lord, you have existed before all time, and you've been our refuge, been our ma'on in Hebrew, you've been our home for all generations. But even before we were around, even before the mountains were born, even before the earth was formed, you were there, O God, from everlasting to everlasting, me'olam ad olam. From the unlimited time to the unlimited. Olam is a word that has to do with without limit, beyond the horizon, as it were. And it says that you, God, are a time out of mind. You have existed and you will exist. But men are continually going into death. They're coming and going. And actually, 1,000 years for you is just like a watch in the night. It goes by so quickly. A whole millennium is nothing for you, whereas we are gone like the water, we're gone like the grass of the field. We're here today in that sense and gone tomorrow. And not only that, but we're so aware of our failure, we're so aware of our dystopia in that sense, we're so aware of our failings, our sin is always before us. And we are also subject to your displeasure because of that. We've broken the bond between you and us, and because of that, your anger is often having to be revealed, particularly towards Israel and her story. And towards the end of the psalm, then, or it's saying in verse 10 actually, it says, look, our days are 70 years, 80 if we're fortunate, but even then they're full of sorrow and labor. So it says in verse 12, there's something very powerful that comes in the end here. It says, teach us, Lord, to value our days. The word here is mana, and it's the same word that appears in the it appears in the Aramaic in Daniel when the writing on the wall appears in the feast of Belshazzar, and it says mene mene tekel ufasim, which means you've been weighed. And so this word mana is that same word, to weigh. Teach us, Lord, to weigh and to value and to recognize the value of each day that we have, so that we can give our hearts to doing the right thing. We can give our hearts to wisdom, which is founded, of course, in the awe of God, being in awe of God, of which this psalm is very much in that place of saying, God, we recognize who you are compared to who we are. And then it says, Lord, satisfy us as soon as possible with your mercy. May we be satisfied. Not mercy there actually is the word hesed again. May we be satisfied with your covenant grace. May we be living from that reality that we're in relationship with you. May we make the most in our short lives of that relationship that we have with you, so that we may rejoice and be glad all our days, that every day might be an opportunity to praise you and rejoice. Make us glad, Lord. As many as the days that we suffer, may there be as many days of joy. It's a very balanced psalm, this. It's a very sobering psalm as well. And the last verse of the psalm, verse 17, says, and may the beauty of the Lord, and that's a wonderful word, noam Adonai, it's like the sweetness, may the pleasantness of God be upon us. May we experience God's pleasantness. Naom, it's the same root of the name Naomi in the book of Ruth. Naomi, whose name means sweetness and pleasantness. And this is, may this Noam Adonai, may the beauty, may the pleasantness, may the sweetness of God be upon us. and establish, Lord, the work of our hands. That's quite a prayer, because that means may the work of our hands stand, may it endure, may there be something to show for this brief life that we have. So give us, Lord, let us experience your sweetness and your pleasantness every day of our lives, and may there be something left to show for this brief life that we live. Have a good day.